So this is part 2 of the actual Margate trip I'm doing, and my show is up now, so you can go and see that as well. I'll put a link to a little bit about that, and I'm going to do a video for that for next week as well. So I hope you enjoyed this current video, and I hope you stay tuned for next week. Thanks for watching. Every time I walk to this gallery, I always get excited, or gallery, studios, everything can roll in one, and this is where I've got to see some fantastic artists in the past that I've become fans of afterwards. So having a look straight away around, I was already excited, not knowing where to start, but I thought I'd start from here, where you have Elissa Cray, The Twist of Fate, a 2024 series of photographs that she had done. I really loved that and went to look at the next piece, and then I got distracted in the hallway and I realised I passed these Noses by Dominic, from Keith Richards to Virginia Woolf, and they cast in pewter. It's an edition of 3, and each one that they've done of the Noses, and it's just really interested actually. I was really surprised, and I've never seen anything like it, and I enjoyed that. And then going back to Elissa Cray, the second piece, and then next to there was Tracey Emin. The one thing I love about Tracey Emin, and this one is that Is This What You Want, is that it's no hierarchy. Their work is just placed right amongst the actual other students, and that just comes across as so beautiful to come and see the work, where you kind of have to guess whose work is whose unless you scan a QR code and look in. But this has got the signature Emin style. I really love this beautiful piece. It kind of gives me, yes, a mother, but also a bit of a religious theme as well. We're then going on to Brogan, Bertie. The Boys is a piece I really adored, and then Ruby was on the left, and then you had another piece on the right which I really liked called Advisor. But the details, the paint, the kind of the queerness of it overall, I just really resonated with and enjoyed. And then Jack Hirons, Sunday, this one was really interesting because it's almost like paintings within paintings. You've got the outside view of the actual churchyard and cemetery, the photograph on the wall which has got detail, the salt, the chicken bone, the wishbones, the chicken, the wine. There's so much going on here in such incredible minute detail. As I was saying, and it's just so, you can see the salt there, and it's just so relatable. Even the portions of the wine, one being a bit more fuller than the other, it's just very relatable. And then Lindsey Mendick, one of my favourite artists. I love this kind of tentacle jellyfish explosion in a bowl, and her work is always so tactile. I always want to touch it, even though I know obviously I can't, but I just really just want to touch it so badly. It's just such a tactile way of working. And then we go on to Studio Lenca. I really adore how Studio Lenca has used the frame as part of the actual picture as well, and it kind of gives me an idea of somebody just taking a picture of a frame on the go and quickly just doing it. Now we move on to this statement piece at the back of the wall by Lola Stong-Brett, and As the Two Collide. This is an oil on canvas piece, and I really like the imagery with almost like Popeye in the background and just the cartoon references, almost looking a bit graffiti like in there, and just the energy of this. The blue and the orange I particularly adored, because I do use the blue and orange a lot myself, and I just found the usage of this was just really just bold and expressive, and it really captured me. Another artist, Gabriela, Red Rag to a Ball. I really adored the way the actual balls were actually painted, and they were so strong, and then you start to notice these human elements and the person being on all fours, and it was just very interesting. Moving on to Mercedes Lucy. I've seen ceramics of Mercedes Lucy before, but on tiles, but never in this kind of style. This was Tell Me You Love Me, and it was hearts all combined together into this bowl. And seeing the Sunday dinner, the hearts, the Mendick, it was just so lovely to see. And then we go on to Vanessa War, The Whispers Between Us. This is oil and linen, and it has an element of queerness again. It also has an element of mythology. I'm wondering why the boar is involved in there. If it's a representation of male energy. The women seem so peaceful with each other. And then we go on to Laura Foots. Laura Foots is an artist. I adore her work, and I got so into looking at this particular piece for Solitude duet one, the double solitaire, and the other pieces, that I've got those pictures but I forgot to actually take any video footage, so apologies, because I was just lost working out the piece and really relating to the double solitaire piece. And I'm still thinking about it there. Went outside because it was a really beautiful sunny day, but I do love looking at art, and I probably, where everyone else was at the beach, I was with my fan, very happy in this space. And then I had a look at Ted Rogers, who did two pieces. Both pieces I've seen on Instagram in clippings before, but never experienced them, viewing them like this, and this was really lovely to see. And I got this vibe of this corporate person going around, and then here just giving up, and that was obviously in the Emin Studios there, and people walking over, and a real interesting representation of life, of like, you can just break down and people just keep going, they will walk over your body on the floor. And I really liked Ted Rogers' performance piece there. You had some other video footage. The guy Oliver had a really interesting piece which has made me see A Wizard of Oz in a whole new light. You must watch his video if you're there. And this is all in Margate, a wonderful place, and I hope you enjoyed this video.